Now I will show you how to dismantle this. Just remove this plastic part here by pulling it away. There you go. And you can also remove this spring here. Careful with this thing. So you just need to lift the spring up. There you go. The last one. There you go. The spring is removed. And now you can also remove this by pushing this thing outwards and lift this up. There you go. It's removed. Now to dismantle this main four-wheel drive auto-locking hub. There's a retaining ring here that you need to remove in order to remove this part here. Every part here, I don't know what it's called. I was not able to research it, but how it operates is based on my own analysis, studying the parts, the purpose of each part. So that's the retaining ring. This is the one that pushes this part here. Underneath it is the gear that locks this part to this part, so that the axle here that is grooved here at these lines, if it rotates, if the gear inside locks this down to this body, then the wheel will also rotate. This gear here is always locked here in the gears here, and this is the one that is responsible for engaging the four-wheel drive running hub. Now to pry this retaining ring here, as you'll see, there's a retaining ring, and here is the groove that we've made a while ago in order to easily remove the retaining ring. But the retaining ring is not positioned the best possible position. As much as possible, the end of the retaining ring should be near this groove here, so that you can easily remove the ring out of its slot. You'll see that's the end of the ring, the retaining ring, and it's too far. You can push this plastic down, but it's better that if you place a metal here so that you won't scratch the plastic. You see? It's easier. Very easy. If the groove is not there, it's very hard to remove, based on my experience. Always overhaul this four-wheel drive running hub whenever I use my Sportage in a flooded area. Make sure there's no contamination of the grease inside, and to make the running hub last long. Because remember, the dirt and water is the enemy of any mechanical moving device. It will corrode the internal parts, and dirt will act like a sandpaper inside the running hub. It will promote more wear of the internal parts. Now the retaining ring is removed, and now just turn this over to remove the parts. There you go. This is the part that locks the inner gear to the outer case of the running hub. And now to dismantle this, just pry this plastic part here. Just use your fingers, and here's the plastic. It's foolproof, you won't go wrong. This part here is the part that I think is not foolproof. Always remember, when installing this back, when assembling this back, to position this part here, as you'll see, the inner gear should be positioned outwards, and there's a part here where there's no gear. If you install this in the wrong direction, your running hub will not operate because the gear cannot reach the gear here, because the gear here will not reach the gear at the bottom of this part here to lock the mechanism. Just remember that you need a better reach for the gears to engage. And this is the spring. This is the spring, and I believe this is just a spring to absorb engagement, the locking of the gear. And it's just like the holder for the thing here, and there's a spring here also. There you go. And the last part to be removed is the center part here. You need to remove the sear clip at the center part using a sear clip pliers. Here you go, the sear clip is now removed. The sear clip that holds the center bearing. And now you can remove this. There you go. You'll see it's now a bare housing. All the internal parts are now removed. And here, there's just a bearing at the center part. There's a sear clip again here that you need to remove. There you go, the sear clip is now removed. The sear clip for the bearing, and now you can remove the bearing here. There you go, that's the bearing. So I just Google searched this thing here. It's not called a auto locking running hub, but it's just called auto locking hub. So I'm wrong. So this is the complete teardown of the auto locking hub. This auto locking hub of the Kia Sportage is made by Warn. There's a logo of Warn, and it's made in USA. In the Kia Sportage, many parts, including the brake calipers, when I dismantled my brake caliper and rebuilt it, I also saw a made in the USA marking in the brake caliper. So even if it's made in Korea, the parts of the Kia Sportage are a combination of parts that are made in the USA. Even the transmission, it's made by Jetrug, the manual transmission. I don't know if it's called Jetrug or Jetrug. I believe it's a USA company.